What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Fighting's Final. I'm your host, Mike Laro. Woo! Phillies sweep out the Rockies today in Colorado with a 2-0 victory. Whew, man, let me tell you. Ranger Suarez, again, just one out away from going 7 innings again. He was opposed today by German Marquez. I'll tell you what, Ranger going 6 2/3, giving up 6 hits, no runs, 3 walks, 6 Ks. Where Marquez went 7 innings, gave up 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 5 Ks. And guys, it came down to a couple of doubles today. We're going to get it started. Top of the 4th inning. Bryce Harper with a double. He would double with an RBI double. He would bring in Bryson Stott, giving the Phillies a 1-0 lead, and that lead would stick until the top of the 7th, when I call this guy the unsung hero. Probably a really great pickup for the Phillies this year. Max Kepler would drive in. Kyle Schwarber again on another RBI double, giving the Phillies a 2-0 lead, and that lead would hold on. Kudos to the bullpen. Orion Kirkland coming in for 1 hitter. He had Strom coming in the 8th inning, and then Romano closing the door in the 9th. And let's give Jordan Romano a little bit of love here. I know it was kind of rough for him just starting out, but I'll tell you what, man, it definitely is something really good to see him getting back on track. Joey Woods checking in, says, keep taking advantage of the lesser teams is what good teams do. Yes, Joey, you are right. You are right. Just take a look at this thing, man. I just want to bring something up, man, with these standings, okay? When we were coming into this week, okay, there has literally been a 5-game turnaround, if you really look at it. The Mets right now are at 30-20, second place in the National League East. The Braves are at 500. They're 24-24. They're 6.5 back of the Phillies. The Marlins are 9.5 back of the Phillies. And, of course, the Nationals are 9.5 back. The Marlins are bringing up the rear at 11.5 back. But I'll tell you what, this Phillies team, if you go back a week ago, they were 2.5 games behind the Mets. Okay? With this win today, they're now 1.5 games in front of the Mets. That's a 4-game swing in a week's time. And I'll tell you what, these Atlanta Braves have also kind of came back into, as well. And they're looking like they're going to be some players going forward. I know they're at 500 right now, but if you saw the way they started the season, seeing how they come back now, I mean, good Lord, man. To me, I think that the Braves are a team you still got to watch out for. I'm still not sold with their pitching. I mean, they're not going to get Strider back, I believe, until after the All-Star break or around the All-Star break is when he's supposed to come back. But they still have Chris Sales, and they do have a plethora of young pitching. Joey Woods checking in, says people have to remember he's not fully back from Tommy John. He's not, but I'll tell you what, he's rearing back and throwing. He's been getting up those, mid to high 90s on his fastball, getting it in. And, again, I'm not trying to kind of go crazy, but if you are looking at the Phillies and what they're doing, they're 8-2 right now. Again, they're 8-2 in their last 10. And I'm sorry, like the Mets got to play the Pirates. They got to play the Rockies as well, So, I mean, they're going to have to do that. I mean, all you can ask the Phillies to do is keep winning series, and they've done that. They went from being behind. Now you're looking at it. They got the National League's best record. Like, if you would have told us 2 weeks ago that the Phillies would have the National League's best record, we would be looking at each other sideways from this. So I'm sorry. No, it's okay to feel good about the Phillies because the Phillies are doing what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to beat these bad teams, right? It used to be back in the day, the Phillies would play these teams and lose. They would lose to these teams. So, again, to me, I feel like they've done really good over their last, 10 games. And you have to kind of give them credit for where credit is due on these 10 games. Like that, I'm sorry, you can't just keep, you can't have the narrative both ways. And I'm that type of person. I don't let you have it both ways. Um, uh, so again, I feel like they're doing what they need to do to win. Um, I'm pretty sure I'm going to get some opposing um, things here because if the sky's not falling in Philadelphia, it's just not right. God forbid we sit back and enjoy the 162. But again, Mike Kaepernick checking in, saying good win, and it was. I mean, anytime you can break the brooms out on somebody, it's a great thing to go through. And if you're looking at it, really, they've won 7 straight. I mean, I don't care that it's against Pittsburgh and it's against Colorado. Last time I checked, they're all major leaguers too. Just Colorado's really bad though. They really are. Mike said, let's not get ahead of ourselves about the Phillies. No, I'm not ahead. I'm not saying they're going down Broad Street. I'm just saying right now they're playing good ball. And I would love to see them keep this up. Star Wars saying we've beaten the teams we're supposed to, and you're right. Joe Hale saying great series sweep. Joey Wood saying everyone in the media was high on the Phillies. The city wasn't, but the national media thought this was possible. Yeah. Again, I would like to see them bring their numbers with runners in scoring position up some, just because I feel like that's an area that I feel like is still kind of holding them up. They got to get better with runners in scoring position. He said Romano looked good today. Yeah, he's looking better and better. But if I'm Dombrowski, you got to go out and get another arm to come in this bullpen. Now they did sign the guy Sims that used to be with the I believe he was with the Nationals. So Phillies having the National League's best record doesn't mean they're the best team. No, I didn't say they were the best team. If I did, I misspoke. But for them, 2 weeks ago, would you have thought that this Phillies team would have had the best record? And I'm sorry, again, I'm going to keep bringing this back. If you're looking at teams that when they played them were, I guess the big time teams in the league, the Phillies got a winning record against them. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm not going to, until the Phillies have a losing record against good teams. Yeah, okay, they're 2-1 against the Dodgers. They split with the only team that's a good team that they've played right now that was good when they played them and has a losing record to, and that's the Mets. That's it. They beat the hell out of the Diamondbacks, who were supposed to be a good team. Okay, they split with the Giants. I think the Giants are a sneaky good team. I really do. I would not be surprised if they get into the postseason. Again, looking at this, National League East, I'm not giving up on the Braves. I think the Braves are going to be there before all is said and done, deciding on who wins this division, who doesn't. I think the Mets are, as much as I hate to say it, I think the Mets are going to be there as well. I'm liking some of the teams in the Central too. Oh, here we go. 15 for 59 with runners in scoring position over the last 7 games, 254 batting average. Let's all go to Broad Street. No, you know what? Guess what? Maybe they're not going to go to Broad Street right this second, but I think it's a step in the right direction. Now, I will agree with you, 15 for 59. They got to get these numbers up. But I'm loving the fact that the Phillies are playing small ball. Like we were just bitching and complaining just a couple weeks ago about how they're still waiting, depending on the home run ball. Well, now they're playing small ball. Like, I mean, give them a break, man. Let's enjoy the wins while we have them coming, because there's going to be a time in this season where they're going to go through ruts. They're going to go through ruts, man. But as I'll tell you what though, Maddie. since we're going to get ready to, you want me to go down on Broad Street. I mean, I'll go to Homer Al's Emporium because I truly believe that I think the Phillies are the best team in the National League, and I think they're going to represent. I think they're going to represent the National League this year, and that's just something that I want about Bell. And I still think I think they're the better team. I don't think the Dodgers. We match up well with the Dodgers. We really do. Mike Papernick saying, "I'm glad that the Phillies are winning." It says we mopped the Rockies. We beat the Rockies 7 games. So, I mean, again, guys, today, I mean, not to give you a crazy, I'm not trying to get too nuts. I mean, I will just because I know it drives our fearless leader crazy, and I like to do that. But speaking of our fearless leader, where's out there? Make sure you tune in with him tonight. That's right, Sunday through Thursday, 10 p.m. Make sure you tune in to the Final Word. That's right, Matty B will be taking you all around the Philly sports world. And I do like this day in history too in Philadelphia sports. It's usually pretty cool. So make sure you give Matty a good follow and tune in to him tonight. But right before him, that's right, it's Steve Fuduentes, as my broadcast partner Pat Bernard would say. Him and Pat, they will be on with the attacking third. That's right. They will have you covered wall to wall with the attacking third. That's right. Your only union, coverage right here on It's a Rep Sports Network. And of course, on Sunday morning, P&M and the AM, get up real early this holiday weekend. Me and Pat have you covered. We will be going over all the ins and outs of Philly sports this weekend. So make sure you tune us at 9 o'clock. And don't forget, Al Safiri will also be with us then as well. Guys, this is our lineup for this weekend. It is Al on Friday night with the A's. I will be taking the place of Steve on Saturday night. So you will get me after that game. And then, of course, Matty B will have you on Sunday as the Phillies take their first trip to Sacramento to go take on the new Sacramento A's. That's right. I call them the Sacramento A's because that's where they're playing. So make sure you guys get out there and check all that out. Joey Wood checking out. He goes, a team has never started 0-8 and made the playoffs, if I'm not mistaken. You are right, Joey. They are not. 2 World Championships in 143 years. That's a losing record. That I will agree with you. But, I mean, if you really want to look at it, Matty, how many teams were bad in the 20s, the 30s, the 40s? I mean, Philadelphia, we had another baseball team here that was winning world championships. That's not this one. And they had a lot. I mean, they were the first team to ever go to get to 10,000 losses was our beloved Phils. But again, I understand your history revised there, but to me, again, I like this team. I like their chances, and I think they're playing differently than they did a year ago. The only thing that still kind of remains the same is they still struggle with runners in scoring position. It says Wheeler, Sanchez, and Luzardo. Yep. They were the 3 that went. He said they are the Sacramento A's now. Only till their new stadium, Star Wars, gets built in Vegas. Then after that, they will be known as the Las Vegas A's, which I think that would be kind of cool. All right, guys. It's my Broad Street bottom line. Bottom line was this. Phillies had a couple timely hits today. 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 7th. First one by Harper, an RBI double that would score Bryson Stott, giving the Phillies the 1-0 lead. And then again, top of the 7th, again, another RBI double, this time by Max Kepler. I love the addition of Max Kepler. I think he's going to do very well as it gets warmer here in the city during the summer months. I think this dude's going to rake. But he hits a double, scoring Kyle Schwarber. That would be your only runs of the game. But my bottom line is this. Ranger Suarez scattered 6 hits over 6 2/3 innings, 3 walks. I'm a little worried about the walks got to kind of cut them down a little bit, but 6 strikeouts. That is my Broad Street bottom line. Speaking of Vegas, Mania back to Vegas. Yeah, I heard about that. They kind of pulled out of New Orleans. Crazy. But yeah, that's kind of crazy. And we're going to take you around the bases, guys. Alrighty, guys. Today in the Bronx, that's right. It was the Yankees 1, the Rangers nothing. That is your final today up in the Bronx. In Toronto, it was the Blue Jays 7, the Padres 6. There in Toronto, of course, the Phillies out in Colorado. Final score was 2-0. Right now, in the bottom of the 7th in Sacramento, it is the Angels 7, the Athletics 5. And guys, we got 4 games going on tonight. You got Brewers at Pirates at 6:40. The Guardians at the best team in baseball right now, and I'm going to say the best team in baseball because they have the best record. The Guardians at the Tigers, Braves at the Nationals, and at around 8 o'clock or a little after 8 tonight, the Seattle Mariners go to the Houston Astros to go ahead and see those guys later. So that is your walk around the Major League scoreboard. Kirkering only had 1 pitch. He'll be free tomorrow. Oh, yeah, most definitely. They're not going to sit him, Star Wars. He'll be available and ready. He only threw 1 pitch. So he will definitely be ready for that. Guys, again, don't forget, coming your way tomorrow. Again, Al will have you on Friday night. It will be myself, not Steve. I will be covering for Steve Saturday night. And, of course, it will be Maddie coming in to you guys on Sunday. And don't forget, Maddie's also going to be doing his Down on the Farm segment. Make sure you guys want to tune into that, especially on Sunday. He goes in depth all the way up to Phillies minor league system. You will see who's hot, who's not. And I'll tell you what, Mick Abel had a hell of a debut just a week ago. And I forgot my broadcast partner, Pat. Friday night, 10:30, he will be on. So before Al goes live, make sure you tune in to Pat for the wraparound. He'll be covering all Philly sports. Right now, Pat, I wish you the best. He's on vacation until the end of the week, so or till probably tomorrow or Saturday. But enjoy, buddy. Guys, I'm Mike Lauro. Phillies win. They win 2-0, and my record now goes to 7-2. Not as quite as Matty B. I'm getting there. 7-2. So again, guys, don't forget tomorrow night, 10:05, game time for the Phillies as they go into Sacramento. So he goes, I didn't like sending Abel down. Well, listen, Abel only knew he was going to be up here for the 1 start there, Star Wars. So you have to let him, he knew he was coming up. He made the most of it. And I'll tell you what, for that kid to go out and duel Paul Skeens like he did, and Paul Skeens is a beast. So he went out there and matched pitch for pitch with that guy. So you remember, Paul Skeens started the All-Star game last year for the National League as a rookie. Great showing by Mick Abel. I'm not going to say he's Paul Skeens, but I'll tell you what, the kid did very well on his first MLB start. So, guys, until tomorrow night, when Big Al comes to see you guys after the first Phillies-A's game, don't forget, tonight, guys, we have an action-packed lineup. Again, attacking third at 9 o'clock. Right after them, Matty B will be here with the final word. So make sure you guys tune into those guys. Give them all your love. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. And make sure you guys do that. My name is Mike Lauro. Again, Phils win 2-0. They sweep out the Colorado Rockies. I will see you guys Saturday. You guys have a good night.